In the intricate dance of the cosmos, the alignment of Venus and Saturn brings forth a profound internal conflict, the struggle between the desire for external validation and the necessity of unwavering self-authenticity. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and social connection, lures you with the promise of admiration, affection, and acceptance. It whispers that your worth is reflected in the eyes of others, encouraging you to seek approval, conform to expectations, and mold yourself to fit societal ideals. It thrives on harmony, urging you to bask in the glow of praise and recognition. Yet in stark contrast, Saturn, the great cosmic taskmaster, stands firm as a relentless force of discipline, self-sufficiency, and inner wisdom. It reminds you that true self-worth is not determined by fleeting opinions or the applause of the crowd, but by the strength of your character, the integrity of your actions, and the depth of your self-awareness. Saturn strips away illusions, challenging you to examine whether the validation you seek aligns with your authentic self, or if it merely feeds a false persona constructed to appease others. During this period, you may feel an intense pull between these two opposing energies. On one hand, there is an almost irresistible urge to measure your value based on external markers, social status, compliments, relationships, or material success. On the other, there is an undeniable inner voice pushing you towards self-reliance, urging you to let go of the need for constant reassurance, and instead cultivate a sense of worth that is unshakable and independent of outside influences. This cosmic tension is not meant to punish, but to teach. It presents an opportunity for deep self-reflection, asking you to confront the ways in which you have allowed external validation to dictate your choices, emotions, and self-image. Are you seeking approval at the expense of your own truth? Are you afraid to show your authentic self for fear of rejection? Saturn demands honesty and accountability, encouraging you to break free from the shackles of societal expectations and embrace who you truly are, even if it means standing alone. The key to navigating this period lies in balance. While there is nothing inherently wrong with seeking connection, admiration, or affirmation from others, it becomes problematic when it overshadows your sense of self. The challenge is to appreciate external validation without becoming dependent on it, to cultivate relationships while maintaining individuality, and to embrace self-expression without losing authenticity. The allure of instant gratification can be incredibly tempting, especially when life presents opportunities that seem to promise immediate success, love, or comfort. Venus, with its energy of beauty, pleasure, and attraction, may make everything appear effortlessly within reach, as if the universe is conspiring to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. It whispers promises of ease, of rewards without struggle, of a life where everything simply falls into place. Yet this is often an illusion, a mirage that can lead us astray if we are not careful. Enter Saturn, the great teacher of discipline, responsibility, and delayed gratification. Where Venus seduces with visions of effortless bliss, Saturn demands patience, hard work, and resilience. It reminds us that nothing truly valuable in life comes without effort, perseverance, and a willingness to endure challenges. This cosmic alignment is not meant to discourage but to guide, ensuring that we build a foundation strong enough to support the weight of our aspirations. True fulfillment is never found in shortcuts or quick wins, for these often lead to fleeting satisfaction rather than lasting success. The universe does not set traps, nor does it play cruel games. Rather, it offers lessons designed to strengthen our wisdom and discernment. If something seems too good to be true, it likely is, at least without the necessary investment of time, energy, and commitment. The real test is not in whether or not opportunities arise, but in our ability to differentiate between fleeting illusions and genuine paths that serve our highest good. This alignment serves as a reminder that success, whether in love, career, or personal growth, is not a matter of luck or wishful thinking. It's about showing up day after day with dedication and a willingness to put in the work. It's about seeing past the shiny, effortless promises and instead committing to a journey of steady progress. When we align ourselves with Saturn's wisdom, we understand that true rewards come not from chasing easy wins, but from cultivating patience, discipline, and an unwavering belief in the process. There's an almost suffocating weight that settles over you, a relentless whisper in the back of your mind, insisting that you are not doing enough, not achieving enough, not being enough. This pressure isn't just an internal struggle, it's magnified by the world around you. Venus, with its emphasis on beauty, validation, and material success, intensifies the urge to present a flawless image, to measure your worth by external achievements, and to seek reassurance from the approval of others. It's an exhausting cycle, one that drains rather than nourishes, leaving you feeling depleted even when you've done everything right. Yes, before watching the entire video, I want to say one thing. If you appreciate even a little bit of the effort I've put into this content, please consider donating a super thanks from your side so that you and your entire family can benefit from this positive energy. But the real question is, who set these standards? Who decided that your worth is determined by how much you produce, how many accolades you collect, or how perfectly you fit into a curated version of success? More importantly, why have you internalized these expectations to the point that your sense of self hinges on them? The truth is, this endless pursuit of validation is a game with no finish line. No amount of external praise will ever be enough if you don't first recognize your own worth from within. The shift begins when you step off the treadmill of performance and turn your focus inward. Instead of asking, "Am I enough for others?" ask yourself, "Am I honoring my own truth?" True fulfillment isn't found in exhausting yourself for applause. It comes from aligning with your soul's deepest calling. It's about recognizing that success is not just about what you accomplish, but how authentically you live. When you stop measuring yourself by someone else's yardstick, you begin to cultivate a sense of inner peace that no external approval can shake. You realize that your value is inherent, not something you have to earn. You stop performing and start being. This is where real connection happens, when you show up as your true self, unfiltered and unburdened by the need to impress. Ironically, it's in this state of authenticity that the right people, opportunities, and experiences naturally flow to you. Breaking free from the cycle of performance and approval seeking is not about rejecting ambition or abandoning goals. It's about shifting the why behind your efforts. Are you striving to prove something, or are you expressing your purpose? Are you chasing success for validation, or are you creating a life that genuinely fulfills you? The moment you begin seeking your own approval first, everything changes. You step into your power, not as someone desperate to be seen, but as someone who already knows they are enough. And that, in itself, is the most liberating success of all. Not everyone who smiles at you has your best interests at heart. And during this period, that truth becomes more evident than ever. As Venus aligns with your energy, relationships come into focus, but the connections you encounter may not always be as positive as they seem. You might find people being drawn to your light, offering compliments, or showing keen interest in your journey. They may present themselves as supportive, eager to be a part of your life in meaningful ways. Yet it's crucial to approach these interactions with caution, for not all who cross your path are there to genuinely help or uplift you. Some, unfortunately, are energy vampires, individuals who may seem friendly and full of praise, but whose underlying intent is to take, not to give. The era we find ourselves in is one where energy vampires thrive. These are not necessarily malicious people. In fact, they may be kind-hearted or charming, but they lack the self-sufficiency that comes from cultivating their own emotional and spiritual energy. Instead of nurturing their own growth, they rely heavily on others to fill the gaps. This might manifest as leaning on you emotionally, draining your time with their constant need for attention, or pulling you into their personal dramas. At a time when Venus amplifies your natural desire to connect and please, you may find yourself more susceptible to such emotional pulls, especially when you're seeking affirmation or deeper bonds. Now more than ever, it's imperative to be selective with your energy. Saturn's influence is urging you to establish firm boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable. It's easy to fall into the trap of being overly accommodating, of trying to please everyone who enters your orbit, but this can deplete you in ways you might not immediately notice. A simple but powerful question to ask yourself after spending time with someone is whether you feel lighter or heavier. Do you leave the encounter feeling energized, inspired, and supported? Or do you feel drained, burdened, or even confused? The answer to this question will guide you toward the right choices about who to invest your time and energy in. Your energy is sacred, and it's up to you to protect it fiercely. Not everyone who seeks it has earned the right to share it with you. This is not about shutting people out or building walls around your heart. Rather, it's about being mindful of the individuals you allow into your inner circle and being discerning about who you let close. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, those whose energy complements yours and encourages your growth. Those who drain you, whether intentionally or not, should be given less of your focus. It's okay to let them go. By doing so, you create space for the right people to enter your life, those who contribute positively to your journey. When you protect your light, you also create the room for it to shine even brighter, attracting more of what you need to grow and evolve. Equally important during this time is understanding the role of your inner critic. It may seem like a daunting force, something to be avoided or suppressed, but the truth is, it's not your enemy. Your inner critic is a neglected teacher, a part of you that, if listened to carefully, holds valuable lessons. During the Saturn-Venus conjunction, you may find yourself overwhelmed by a surge of self-judgment. Saturn's disciplined, often harsh energy will highlight your perceived flaws and areas of imperfection, while Venus might try to encourage you to avoid confronting them, seeking comfort instead of growth. This is a dangerous combination, one that may lead you to distract yourself with superficial fixes, like endless scrolling on your phone or binge-watching shows that offer temporary comfort. Here's the truth. Your inner critic is not here to tear you down, no matter how harsh or condemning it may seem at times. It's actually here to help you grow, to illuminate parts of yourself that you've been too scared to face. Often we tend to flee from this voice, seeing it as an enemy or something that needs to be silenced. But if you take a moment to stop and listen, you'll discover that it has something valuable to offer. Rather than running away from it, turn toward it. Ask that voice, what are you really trying to tell me? When you pause to reflect, you might realize that the message isn't one of destruction, but of revelation. This is a powerful opportunity, one that can guide you toward transformation. At this moment, the universe is aligning in a way that amplifies your inner experience, making it the perfect time to shift your relationship with your inner critic. Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, is encouraging you to face your fears head-on, providing the strength to confront the aspects of yourself that you've been avoiding. Meanwhile, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and compassion, invites you to approach this process with tenderness and understanding. When these energies come together, they offer the ideal environment for you to reframe how you see yourself. Instead of viewing yourself through the lens of judgment, you're invited to look at yourself through a lens of compassion. This is a rare opportunity, one that should not be overlooked. The only way to escape the prison of self-judgment is through the key of self-awareness, and now is the time to turn that key. Currently, this alignment serves as a spiritual amplifier, intensifying the energies surrounding you. It's not just you who's in the spotlight, it's your energy. You are shining brighter than usual, and this light is magnetic. It's drawing not only the attention of those around you, but also of the spiritual realm. Your guides, ancestors, and protectors are all drawn to you at this moment, eager to offer support, wisdom, and encouragement. These spiritual entities are reaching out, reminding you that you are already enough as you are. You don't need to change or prove anything to be worthy. You are a beacon, and the universe wants you to know that you're seen, heard, and deeply valued. The presence of these spiritual forces is not random. They are drawn to your energy because you are in a state of alignment with your higher self. Stay open and receptive to their messages. The universe is speaking to you in ways that may be subtle, but the message is clear. You are exactly where you need to be. However, while the support from the spiritual realm is powerful and comforting, there's another side to this energetic shift that you must be mindful of. Negative forces also thrive in the energetic environment created by powerful alignments. The spiritual realm is not only filled with love and light, but also with forces that can feed on chaos, fear, and confusion. During significant cosmic events like this one, these darker energies become more active. They seek out vulnerability, slipping in through moments of doubt, fear, or even overconfidence. The danger lies in how these forces often operate. They don't appear threatening at first. They can show up as helpful, comforting, or even seductive. The most insidious aspect of these energies is that they disguise themselves as allies, convincing you that they have your best interests at heart. They prey on your vulnerabilities, trying to pull you off course by feeding into your fears or weaknesses. This is why it's so important to stay grounded, stay aware, and trust your intuition. Don't be easily swayed by what may seem like offers of support or guidance. Stay connected to your own inner truth, and trust that the universe will always guide you toward the light. It's crucial to maintain a state of vigilance in your life, especially when navigating the subtle yet powerful forces around you. This vigilance doesn't mean living in constant fear or anxiety, but rather in a heightened state of awareness. One of the most effective ways to achieve this is through daily grounding practices that help you stay centered and balanced, no matter what external or internal influences may arise. Grounding techniques can include mindfulness practices, connecting with nature, or focusing on your breath, all of which help you reconnect with the present moment and your own innate strength. In addition to grounding, shielding your energy becomes vital. Visualization techniques are particularly powerful in this regard, allowing you to form a protective barrier around yourself. Picture a glowing shield, a bright light that surrounds you and repels any negative energy or harmful influences. You can also create personal rituals to enhance this shielding, whether it's through meditation, lighting a candle with intention, or using crystals to amplify your protection. These rituals act as a reminder that you are in control of your energy, and you hold the power to maintain your spiritual and emotional boundaries. it's equally important to stay attuned to the signs that may indicate an energetic attack. These signs are not random. They are messages from your inner self, guiding you to pay attention and take action. Sudden exhaustion, deep feelings of unease, or inexplicable emotional outbursts are often symptoms of energetic interference. These sensations may appear unexpectedly, disrupting your equilibrium, but it's essential to remember that they are signals to check in with yourself and protect your energy. Recognize them for what they are, a warning to stop, reflect, and recalibrate. However, this is not a time to let fear take hold of you. Instead, it's an opportunity to cultivate awareness. Awareness allows you to discern what is yours and what belongs to external forces. When you protect your energy, you create a space where positive influences can enter and guide you without being obstructed by negativity. This protective energy not only strengthens your resilience, but also invites light and growth into your life. Trust in your ability to ward off any shadows that may cross your path. You are far more powerful than any external force that may try to derail you. On another level, it's crucial to recognize that not everything that feels good is necessarily good for your soul. The energy of Venus, with its allure and charm, can create an intoxicating sense of magic and possibility. Under the influence of Venus, the world can seem like a playground of opportunities, filled with enticing prospects and promises of happiness. However, during the Saturn-Venus conjunction, this very charm can act as a veil that hides the truth beneath the surface. Venus, in its most seductive state, can cloud your judgment, making things appear as if they are divinely guided, when, in reality, they may be distractions that lead you away from your true path. The challenge lies in recognizing the difference between what is truly beneficial for your soul and what may simply be a mirage. Opportunities that seem too perfect may not be as they appear. Connections that feel fated or destined may have hidden agendas. You might be drawn to paths that promise rapid spiritual growth or success, but these paths may not always be aligned with your authentic self. The universe, in its wisdom, does not always send signs in the form of answers. Sometimes it sends challenges, disguised as tempting offers or alluring possibilities. This is where your discernment must come into play. Instead of rushing toward what seems like the right thing, take the time to look deeper. Don't be fooled by surface appearances or fleeting emotions. The true essence of an opportunity, a relationship, or a path will reveal itself with time and introspection. Ask yourself if this connection or offer aligns with your highest purpose, or if it's merely a detour from your journey. When you choose to look deeper and question your motivations, you open yourself to the possibility of true transformation, allowing you to walk a path that is guided by genuine wisdom and light, rather than by fleeting illusions. In times of confusion or temptation, trust that the universe is guiding you, not always with open doors, but sometimes with a challenge that forces you to grow, to think critically, and to look beyond what meets the eye. The most valuable lessons often come from these tests, not from the things that seem easy or too good to be true. By strengthening your awareness and discerning what is truly right for you, you will be able to navigate this journey with clarity and confidence, knowing that every challenge faced is an opportunity to align more deeply with your authentic self. Saturn's grounding influence is truly indispensable during times of change or uncertainty. Although its energy can often feel overwhelming or restrictive, it's precisely this weight that helps to stabilize us in moments when we might otherwise be swept away by illusions or distractions. The feeling of being slowed down is a direct result of Saturn's role as the cosmic teacher, urging us to pause, reflect, and reconsider our choices. In a world full of fast-paced trends and fleeting desires, Saturn reminds us of the importance of discipline, commitment, and self-awareness. Its presence calls us to reassess not only our external surroundings, but also our inner worlds, forcing us to dig deeper and challenge the assumptions we may have built our lives around. Meanwhile, Venus, with its softer, more alluring energy, draws certain individuals into our orbit, individuals who appear to offer light, love, and wisdom. These connections can feel almost fated, as if they've come into our lives at just the right moment to offer a sense of support, comfort, or understanding. However, Venus's influence can also be deceiving, casting a veil over the true nature of these relationships. At times, people may appear to provide exactly what we're seeking, but their intentions or actions may not align with what is genuinely best for us. The danger lies in mistaking these encounters for authentic connections, when in reality, they may be reflections of our own desires or needs. Some individuals may subtly siphon off our energy, taking advantage of our vulnerabilities without us even noticing. This process can be draining and emotionally exhausting, especially when we're unaware of the underlying dynamics at play. The energies surrounding us, whether embodied by people or circumstances, are not always as they seem. They can be shaped by illusions or distractions that cloud our perception of what is truly meaningful and real. While it's natural to seek comfort and affirmation, true alignment with our higher selves and life purpose does not come from chasing after what merely feels good in the moment. Instead, it comes from standing firm in our values, rooted in the present moment, and embracing the reality of who we are and what we need to grow. By resisting the allure of transient pleasures and superficial validation, we create space for deeper, more authentic connections to emerge, relationships that nourish us and support our true journey. If you're still with me, thank you for your time and attention. I deeply appreciate your interest in exploring these themes with me. If you found value in this content, please consider subscribing to stay connected for more insights. If you're finding value in this content, consider supporting our channel by giving a super thanks. It truly makes a difference. Your support means the world. And of course, feel free to share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspectives. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay grounded, and remain mindful as you navigate the complexities of life.